Hi, it's Carly McAvoy. I want to talk about the skew of a histogram and the measure of center and spread that you should be using when you have a certain type of skew. So the first one I want to talk about is just symmetric. And symmetric can be not perfectly bell-shaped, and it can also be U-shaped, and we can still consider that symmetric. But when you do have a normal distribution or something that approximates that, then we can look at the center point there, and our mean, median, and mode are all equal. So the best measure of center to use there is the mean. I think we would always like to use the mean, but because the mean is sensitive to extreme values, sometimes it's not a good idea to use it. But when you have something that's symmetrical, it's the best choice. And then for this measure of spread, for a symmetrical data, you want to use standard deviation. Again, that's the kind of gold standard of what we would like to use, and we use it when we can, but sometimes our data is such that those are thrown off because they are sensitive to extreme values. On the other hand, if you have a negatively skewed, which means you have data that's going out to the left, we can also call that left skewed because it has a left tail, or positively skewed because it has a right-hand tail, then you don't want to use the mean, because look at our data and you can see where most of our data is here, but here's the mean over here. And the mean is to the left here because those extreme values on the left are pulling it that way. So in that case, we wouldn't want to use the mean. We'd want to use the median because you can see that's kind of better situated in the middle of our big chunk of data. And the mean is going to be less than the median and less than the mode. However, if it's positively skewed, you can see that the mean is to the right. That's because these extreme values on the right are pulling that mean over. But the median is what we call resistant. It's not affected by those extreme values. So the median is a good choice to use if you have a negatively or positively skewed graph or set of data, also called left and right skewed. And then the best measure of spread for that, for different reasons, but for the problems that I'm addressing for your homework, is the interquartile range would be a good measure to use. You don't want to use standard deviation, again, because it's sensitive to those extreme values. And we wouldn't really want to use the range. That's a really rough estimate of what was going on. So interquartile range would be good for that. All right, have a fantastic day.